Hey everybody, it's time for Not Just Blowing Smoke.
It is.
We had a little technical difficulty downloading the
The
video trailer for
intro?
the show.
I know, it's okay.
Something with the server just wouldn't let it download to us, so
Yeah.
we're just bypassing that and going with the flow here.
Yes, we are.
And I'm Pastor Padron. I'm here with Nicotine, Dave and Confused. We're your
Oh, yeah.
hosts on Not Just Blowing Smoke, coming live from Twin Smoke Shop Studio headquarters here in Londonderry, New Hampshire at the 724 Lounge. Be sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't ever miss a thing. We're on Podbean, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, and lots of other places. If you're watching live on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you hit that subscribe button too so that you don't ever miss a thing.
Oh, yeah.
We are smoking a couple of things that are new into the Twins humidor.
That we are.
tonight.
Yes.
First couple new things of 2024.
Yes.
And the first is something that is new to anywhere, and that is the little Polpetta.
Yes.
The Polpetta by Steve Saka, Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. This used to be an event-only cigar that you got if you bought a box of Dunbarton cigars. They have since, literally just in the last week, released it to stores in boxes of 25. It features a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, San Andreas binder, and it's a Cuban sandwich.
It is,
It's
yes.
a Cuban sandwich cigar that is made with the clippings left over from the Mi Querida, the Tricky Traca, and the Red Meat Lovers cigars. And then there are a couple of long leaf fillers in there, although that's a little bit undisclosed.
Of
from what I've been
course.
able to find. And it's a 4x48, so short.
It's a spicy
Rothschild.
meatball.
It is a spicy meatball.
Yeah, that's what polpetta means, of course, in Italian is meatball. And great little short cigar. There's some other nice Cuban sandwich type stuff that's around that we could talk about too.
Yes.
You know, the P1s and P2s and
P1s and
P3s.
P2s, P3s.
from
Is there any other?
Tatuaje.
PP.
Is there any other Cuban sandwich that we have in the walk-in or that is available out there?
Papas Fritas is another one.
Yep, Papas Fritas. I forgot about that little gem.
Fritas, nasty Fritas.
Yeah, I
All the
remember.
Fritas.
I remember I'd get out of the gym. I used to go over to.
You don't get out of the gym.
I
You just
do.
stay
The
there.
gym gets out of me.
Yes.
But I used to get out of the gym and I
Jim
needed.
just doesn't come near me anymore.
Yeah,
Frightened.
it's frightened. Doesn't know what to do with Denny. I used to get out of the gym and immediately, the first smoke, I wouldn't have a protein shake. I wouldn't have any BCAs or anything like that. The first smoke that I would have would be a Papas Fritas. I'd have that on the way home. Then I would have my protein shake and I'd eat a little bit too, and then I'd jump into a longer
You
cigar.
don't like the
Nice.
nasty,
You
you
have
like
a
the
little-
papas.
No, I mean they're okay. I just can't get over that size of
There's
the
a
nasty.
camp. There's people that like the nasties, people that like the papas.
Papas.
That's true.
I like the Papas. I think for me the Papas are I think a little bit more flavorful in that
I
aspect.
totally agree. I think
I think they're just a little
I'll
bit more
smoke the Fritas
flavorful.
if there's nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can go that route. I just can't get over that size.
You mean
I
the nasty?
The nasty.
The nasty, yeah.
they're
The
all
nasty.
Fritas.
They're all Fritas.
The nasty
They're
Fritas.
all French fries.
They're all French fries.
Now,
I mean-
that said, if I had my choice, I'd probably pick up.
Oh yeah, I mean it'd probably be this, then the P1. So that P1, I mean, for $8, I mean that is a damn good smoke right there.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then I'd
it's-
go to the Papas.
well, as
that was
far
my
as-
last resort.
As far as, I guess, it's not a Cuban sandwich, but the Verico V5, Tatuaje, Red Label.
Yeah,
that is just
no, it's definitely not Cuban sandwich.
no,
But those are delicious.
short cigar. Yeah.
It is, yes.
It's a great short cigar. Yes, that's true.
And this is great. Getting back on the Polpetta, this is great for, if you're still an outside smoker, like myself. I go outside. I'll sit. I'll dust off my chair from the, snow. I'll get my jacket on, and I'll have some bourbon outside, and I'll have a smoke like this. Most of the time, I just don't really care. But I mean, if I'm really short on time, this is a really good one. But I mean, the last time I had one of these was maybe a week or two ago, right when we had them in, and this thing lasts for about 45 minutes. If you're not power smoking like me, I mean, I can get this thing 20 minutes done. But I mean, overall, I mean, for a regular smoker, this has lasted 45 minutes. This is a good smoke.
It's a very good cigar for the
Yeah.
money. just over $7. I think it's $7.30 down in the walk-in.
And it is.
Yep. And we are while we're smoking it, we are pairing it with a gin cocktail. I don't know everything that's in it. I'm hoping that Levi comes over here and explains himself.
Yes.
But I know that the
purple
is
Empress.
Empress 1908 gin.
Yeah.
And if you were going to do it, he threatened last week, that he was
Yeah.
going to do a gin cocktail.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
week.
because you guys had to open your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, it's good.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
do gin cocktail next
Well,
week. I'll get you Dave.
I don't mind it. It tastes pretty good. It's refreshing. Dave, no. I mean, you can leave it there. I'll drink it. I'll drink it.
That's just no. It's totally no.
No, not gin guy.
No.
Not gin
I
guy.
don't, this is okay. See, this is what I don't understand. You guys, how much you guys love like the acid line?
I will smoke one probably once a year.
Yeah, me too. Right? Okay, this
Yes.
is drinkable acid.
Woo!
This is what this is. It's like it's potpourri in a cup.
I don't know.
All right?
I mean, it smells good.
If I wanted, vegetation, I'd have vodka in like a V8.
I mean, definitely
this is
floral.
It's floral.
It's floral, yeah. But
this tastes like what they dip the cigars in
But
for the acid. I'm
it
just
has a little bit more than that.
and this is a spicy meatball.
It is.
And you're pairing it with like
Where's
this
Levi?
sweet potpourri.
Levi.
It just doesn't go. Sorry.
Hold on. I'm trying to call Levi over so you can explain the pairing, explain the drink that we're drinking here. Levi, big dog. Levi's going to jump right on. Oh, that's Santa time. That's it. So, Levi, tell us what you have in this gin drink here, because I know, we all know it's Empress. That's the gin that you're using.
Yep.
But what do you got else going on here?
A maraschino liqueur.
Whoa, all right.
Yeah, a
That's the
little bit.
sweetness that I get from it, yeah.
Yeah, and then St. Elder's blood orange liqueur.
Oh, all right.
A little squeeze of lemon. And easy peasy.
Japanesey. I think it's really good.
Good for you.
I mean, there's some nice sweetness.
David
Dave is not liking it much. I have a feeling that he's going to drink the whole thing, though.
No, it's like I just don't think it's a good match for the cigar. I think if we were having a Connecticut, it would go really well.
Well,
But
I mean-
a broadleaf, no, not so much. It's got cocoa, it's got spice, and
It's
that's
got the
just
leather.
like sweet lettuce,
Sweet
it's like-
lettuce. That would be probably kale, maybe.
kale, whatever. Pick something.
But I think we need something like that. Refreshing. It's refreshing,
wait
but
till
it's
you hop
the
over the
contrasting.
pipe. Wait till you hop over the pipe.
Oh.
Fair and honest, I didn't even smoke the cigar today, but I did smoke a pipe.
At least he's honest.
Yeah.
We appreciate that, Levi.
I
We
can
appreciate
already
that.
tell that it's going to pair with the pipe well.
Oh, yeah.
I agree with
I mean,
you
the
there.
Virginias and the
The
Perique, I
meet
think
the
it's going to
ball?
go really
No.
nice. Well, I mean, we already kind of know how
we can
Dave.
it's okay to disagree.
I don't know. Hey, Dave, you're your own person.
Now you guys
I mean,
can
I'm cool with
continue
it.
lying to everybody.
No, I'm not lying to nobody. I mean, it's a good drink. It's a good cigar. Would I grab this cigar and come up to the bar and be like, "Hey, Levi, make me that gin"?
And you'd say, nah.
I would not. It's a great drink. I mean, it's very nice, sweet, floral. It's got some really,
Well, and Eli's
got some really
defense,
character.
He didn't make it for the cigar. So
No.
you get a
Well,
pass.
yeah.
No, it's
We'll
okay.
get him in the second half.
There you go, baby.
Yeah.
Always get him in the second half.
Yeah.
What do you want? Patriots now?
Fuck no. Way better than that.
Get him in the second half. What are you, Bill Belichick? Which he's gone. He's gone. He's no longer
He's
a Patriot
gone.
anymore.
Who? We got mayonnaise now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's who it was, Gerard Mayo.
Yeah.
I saw the video a couple weeks ago of they were interviewing him on
Oops.
in Gillette, and I was like, man, I know who that guy is, and it didn't say his name. I'm like, man, I know who that guy is. I know who he is. And then now you just said it.
Yep,
Gerard
mayonnaise.
Mayo. Mayonnaise.
Yeah. See, I don't know what it is. I like gin.
You do.
I
You're
really
a gin
like
guy.
gin.
You're
So
a gin
this-
guy.
To me, this is like a contrasting pairing.
It is for sure.
And-
Yes, the ultimate
Yeah,
contrasting
yes.
pair.
Totally opposite ends of the
But
spectrum.
I don't
for each other.
think. But I don't think it fails.
No, I don't think it fails. I don't think it falls flat in its face.
What?
I mean, it's
How-
just
how-
it
it
is-
takes
No.
away everything that the cigar is offering.
No, I mean,
No, I think Dave, you have psyched yourself up to hate it. I think you come thinking that it's gin,
It
therefore
takes.
it will suck.
I get nothing. Now it's like tasting air. No, I'm sorry. My palate says. Well, it disagrees. Radio edit for everything else. It says.
I would have to agree with him. It does not do much for the cigar. I mean, usually most of the drinks that we've been doing
It mutes everything.
with stronger cigars like the Mikiri, the Papasaka, I mean, we had it paired beautifully. I mean, it definitely compared well. It blended really well. It made the cigar kind of come alive a little bit more. This does not. This with the gin kind of quiets the cigar down because I've had this cigar without a drink and with just water. And I mean, you get more spice, you get more leather. It's pretty lively.
Yep.
With the drink, yeah, I would have to admit it kind of calms all those nuances
No,
down.
honestly, that being said, I kind of like the drink.
Oh.
Okay. So, but I really loathe the pairing.
Understandable.
All right. Like you said, we're all entitled to our. I don't think it's the greatest pairing either. I just don't think it sucks.
No, it's not, like I mean, it's not crazy sucky, but
I think if you
it's just
I think
I
if you,
love you,
if you
Nick.
take
You're
if
too
you take
nice of a person.
if you take the sip and you let it, sit for 10,
Linger.
15 seconds, and then
Minute.
you pull on the cigar, then the flavor of the cigar is not lost, and it's actually very enjoyable.
well, let's try it that way real quick.
No.
You got the sweetness.
Dave's all about
cherry, the
instant
lemon.
gratification.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with instant gratification.
No,
Especially when you're smoking and drinking.
True, yes. I mean, you need
life's
that.
not about,
You'd like that.
Not all about instant gratification.
All right, here we go.
No,
with
it's
the-
not. There's some things you need to take your time with.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you still
Best
get
things
some.
come to those who wait.
You still get some. You still get some leather and some cocoa in there a little bit. There's some spice that comes through right in the finish of the cigar, but I mean, I can understand
It's
where
marginally better suck.
I can understand where Dave is coming from.
Don't get any retro
We
ale.
can't. We won't be able to change his mind at any point in time in the show, but it's okay.
That's all right.
But
It's all right.
we will do our best to continue.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you guys, but the Polpetta in Hookset sold like within hours. The first box we got, the second box it took like a day. The third box someone just came in that's had one before and bought it, and the fourth box was a couple hours after that,
Yeah,
just in
no.
singles. Just
mean-
it was crazy.
I mean, the Polpetta here. I mean, we've had at least 10 boxes, right? At least that have gone. We're down to our last box, and I had before I punched out, I had a customer buy a couple. I mean, the cigar is unbelievable.
That's
I
why
mean,
I was actually shocked that we were going to have this tonight because it's unbelievable. We're lucky
it is. It's a good
to
smoke.
have this tonight.
Absolutely.
It's really
Yep.
We thank Steve for making another delicious
Very,
cigar.
very, very good.
Which I mean, he's hit home runs on almost every cigar that he's made. I mean, everything.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
does he even have something that's terrible?
I
I
mean,
don't think he does.
No.
I can't.
No,
I can't
there's
contest
things I
anything.
like more than others,
Right.
things I don't like as much as others, but I would willingly smoke anything.
If
from-
anity
from
gave you a
Dunbarton.
Dunbarton, you'd be like, sweet.
Yeah.
Even the core line, Sobre Mesa, the
Even the core line, sober amazing.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
good, earthy, medium body smoke right there. I mean, it's just
Have you had that green one yet?
the green one, the wasabi.
Yeah,
I haven't
I
personally.
have. I would like to smoke that.
Yeah, Steve, if you're listening or watching or just happen to cruise by us on YouTube,
Or if Yvonne
send them our
or-
way. Yvonne,
That's a
Mariana
limited-
is
that's a limited-
watching.
That's a limited cigar. It's not available everywhere.
exactly. That's why we're
No, that's
asking
right.
you
We
right
should
now.
bring it
If-
over so we can smoke it on the show. There
if you
go.
can if you can come by, we'll have you on the next show. I know we may have some guests and we have to postpone them. Bring it on the show. We'll smoke it on the show. We'll drink whatever you want to drink. That's it. And we'll smoke whatever you want to smoke after. I mean,
unless it's gin.
unless it's gin, and Dave doesn't want to do gin.
We don't smoke gin. We
We drink
gin.
it. Yes, we do.
Yes.
We drink it.
So here's a little interesting topic.
What do you got?
one of the characters that I have to, if I see a movie or a show about Zorro,
Zorro, yeah.
I have to watch it.
So all
Right.
of the Zorros with Anthony Hopkins and Antonio Banderas. Yes.
I thought the first
All of
one
them?
especially,
There's more
was
than one?
great.
There's two.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought there was only one.
No, there's two.
Yep, there's
Wow.
two. Second one
those are
wasn't
great.
as good,
True, the first one.
but the first one was a lot of fun.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a great
Yeah, it
movie.
was.
when he's starting to get the handle of a sword and fighting and
Yep.
stuff, yeah.
Yep.
Taking the identity
Anthony
of Zorro.
Hopkins was awesome.
Great in that.
He's, I mean,
And
and almost in everything he's done, he's
everything,
been amazing.
whenever somebody does the Zorro story, you've got basically the same characters, but different things happen. Or they're in one movie, this is the bad guy. In one movie, this is he's not as bad as he was. It's something, does his father die or does his it's all this. Well, Netflix just dropped a 10-episode series on Zorro.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
And it's played by an Asian woman.
No,
Probably.
no, and it's a Spanish production, and so it's subtitled, but it's also dubbed in English.
Okay.
I've seen all 10 episodes already,
How long
So
are
I
the
think it's
episodes?
good.
and I really like the series. And it could, I'm hoping that they do a season 2. They set it up so that the story plot that you were watching,
Yeah.
finished. And so if they don't do a season 2, at least you're not on a cliffhanger.
Right, I was going to say,
Right?
leave it on a cliffhanger.
They set it up so it could go on, but not in such a way that you would be like totally let down if they didn't do a season 2 because you wouldn't know what happens to the people.
Right, right.
So
Right.
is it a?
So the question that I have is, this happens a lot on Netflix. They'll release a new series and it looks awesome. And then you find out it's like Finnish. And nobody speaks any English or whatever. And it's all these, international things and some of them have English dubs, some of them don't, and it's like 50-50 with me.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not an English speaking thing, there's a 50% chance that I'm not going to be able to watch it.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to. I want to watch it. I don't want to stare at subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes the way it's filmed, the subtitles don't get in the way. It's like you get into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And other times, sometimes it just has to do with the language. You just get so distracted by, or I just get so distracted by the sound of the language that I'm like, I can't follow this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now the dub, in the English dub in this case, in my mind, they really worked hard on it.
Okay.
And it was funny because I didn't do it on purpose, but the subtitles were on anyway,
Yes.
right? I think my wife has the subtitles on because she likes to watch the TV while she's doing dishes or things, and she's not always able to hear what's going on, but she'll,
She'll read it.
and she also is very into British TV. And
Yeah.
sometimes the accents get tough, so she puts the subtitles on so she kind of understands what they're saying, right?
Gotcha.
But what was interesting about this was you would read the subtitle, and I'm guessing that the subtitle is the English translation of the Spanish they were saying.
Yes.
But the English dub was not the same.
It never is.
It was, but they both kind of said the same thing.
Yeah.
But the English dub did a better job matching the mouth movements.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like they changed what they said so that it looked more like they were actually saying it.
Oh, okay.
You know what
All right,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you know, are there things like that that you know, when you see a story come out about somebody that you know, from child like Zorro or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and being a comic guy too, you know, this, you know, Zorro was the whole thing behind Batman. That was the movie he was watching when his parents, Bruce Wayne, when his parents died, he was going to see Zorro.
Oh,
and,
really?
And so Zorro is almost the inspiration for his whole, the mask, the black, the,
Yeah.
you know,
Avenged.
but when it's done well too, the story of Zorro is great.
Yes.
And in this case, the way they've done it, and I won't go into the whole thing, but you've got, you know, the California that's kind of, is it Mexico? Is it California?
States.
Is it the United States? Is it its own thing? You've got all that going on, and so you've got Mexico. You've got the California people who really want it to be an independent thing. You've got Native Americans who are the people who came up with the Zorro thing. And before, you know, the De La Vega Zorro that we all know,
Yes.
it was an Indian Zorro before him
Oh,
in this series.
interesting.
And you've got Russians.
Got Russians.
You've got Russians.
Well,
And you've got the Chinese.
why?
And building the railroads and everything. And so
Okay.
you've got all of these different ethnic things going on. And then there's this intrigue with people trying to basically steal De La Vega's family inheritance, who are based in New York, and send assassins basically over to, you know, first, you know, just, well, I won't do any spoiler alerts,
You
but
spoil the whole thing, Danny.
But it's like all of this international, ethnic, continental, east-west intrigue going on at the same time. I mean, it ends with De La Vega in New York.
Wow.
Can you imagine Zorro in New York on top of buildings and stuff like that?
That'd be
I mean,
interesting.
it was very like, oh, this is really cool. But with that so those two questions. Zorro, does that turn you on? Are there things like that where you have to watch them? And then the whole dubbing thing. Are you for it, against it? Is it helpful? Is it not?
I don't know. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, I find it hard to get into something that doesn't have dubs. You know, there's very few things that I'll watch without dubs. Pretty much the only thing I will watch without a dub is an anime if it's good enough.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't mind. I mean, there was a couple movies that I've watched, I mean, that were Spanish based, and I don't mind reading the subtitles if it's a good movie, though, because I mean, if it's kind of like just like a straight drama or whatnot, it's got to be some sort of action. I don't mind doing subtitles. Anime, I've done a ton of anime that I had to do the subtitles and stuff like that, but I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, if it's long as it's a good quality movie, if it's got some good action, I don't mind sitting there and reading subtitles. And
Right.
just like your wife, my wife, we just have the subtitles on all the time. So we'd be watching some reality shows and the subtitles would be on. So, I mean, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It just needs to be a good quality movie.
But none of you knew that Zorro was out.
no,
And
I was on Netflix last night. I didn't even see it.
Well, it's on Amazon.
Oh, you said
Yeah,
Did you say Netflix?
You said Netflix.
Did I say Netflix?
You said Netflix.
It's on Amazon.
Oh,
It's on
all right,
Amazon, so-
all right. Because I was on Netflix yesterday. I didn't see it.
But as far as
would've
like
watched
something
it.
I have to watch, like if I see it, you know, if Superman or Star Wars is on, I have to watch it.
Of course,
You know,
of
Just to
course.
watch it. I
You have
just
to
get
watch all the Star Wars little shows and
Yes.
things like the
the
Osakas and
the Ahsoka. Yes.
Ahsoka Khan. Ahsoka
Oh my
Khan.
God.
Ahsoka Khan.
I mean,
Ahsoka Khan.
Like for Clone Wars and Rebels. If you haven't watched that, you're just not even the Star Wars person.
ooh.
No.
I've been
'Cause
watching.
It's just that's literally some of the best Star Wars that's ever happened. is
I've been running
Rebels and
through.
Clone
Bye,
Wars.
Alex. I've been running through Wes Anderson films and more of his recent stuff. His late stuff is actually. I mean, he did Event Horizon. You guys remember that movie with
No, you've talked about this before.
Lawrence
Don.
Fishburne? You guys know-
Neither of us have seen
God.
it.
So,
Or
anyways,
heard of it.
more.
Or heard of him.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne,
No, Lawrence Fishburne, yes, but
Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson.
I mean, he
No
made.
idea who that is.
Do you guys know Alien versus Predator? Obviously, you know
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah.
He made that movie.
Okay.
I
He
mean,
made
that
it.
was.
I never watched it.
It was pretty.
I
funny.
watched it.
It had a lot of good
because
comedy.
I'm a
Alien
huge
versus
Predator fan.
Is just like it's like Freddy versus Jason. It's like for
I mean, it's
Why?
a little bit
Why?
better than that.
why?
Why? Because you
Why?
have to. I mean, Freddy versus Jason had to happen. It had
It
to
did
happen.
not happen.
It had to happen.
Alien vs Predator had to happen.
That
because they're
too.
in the
I mean,
same universe.
well,
Like, they're the
They had made
You know?
comics before they made the
Yeah,
movies.
yeah.
So there was a bunch of comics out there with Alien versus Predator. So they didn't have to, but
Yeah.
I mean, the fans would have loved to see it. And I mean, they did. And then they made Requiem, which was a disaster. And I'll just stop there. But I mean, well, anyways, Freddy versus Jason, I mean, that had to happen.
Oh yeah, okay.
That had to happen. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Come on.
Because middle school. That's why that had to happen.
Yeah, basically. So, what else we got on the docket, Danny?
Well, not a whole lot else. I want to get to the pipe tobacco here
We're getting there.
before we move on. What do you all think of the Polpetta?
no, we,
I mean, come
we
on
all
now.
we all rub Polpetta. Yeah.
I mean, I was so excited when
Was that English, Dave?
it was broken English.
What you
We needed
we need
subtitles for
subtitles.
that.
An
Yeah.
English. Can we get an English dub for Dave?
English
Okay,
dub,
a moment ago. Yes, it was very good.
I mean, I was excited.
Dave.
I mean, he sounded like the Swedish chef.
Pork.
Exactly. I was excited when they announced that this was gonna be in his portfolio.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had it in a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and them putting it in the portfolio got me excited because it was just something new. It was something that it was going to be,
I always liked the Polpettas.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
uh,
Now, question was the old Polpetta that was the event-only cigar a different blend from what we have now?
I don't know that it had the red meat lovers,
Right. It didn't exist at that time.
but because they weren't made, in the quantity that they are now. But one of the things I love about cigars like the Polpetta, and the Polpetta is a perfect example of this. Nothing is wasted in the cigar world,
No.
and what do you do with all those, 1 inch or half inch or
trimmings.
2-inch trimmings, that you don't need for the cigar? Put them into something like this, and
Yes,
you've got meat carita, tricky traca, and red meat lover.
All in one at
And
a very reasonable
and it's
price.
tasty.
Yeah.
You know what
Like
I
a
mean?
meatball.
It's very, very
Yeah.
good. It's a
Grind
great
up all the beef, and there you go.
It's a great way
Make a meatball, yeah.
to take. It's a great way to eat leftovers.
Yep.
Smoke your leftovers.
Smoke your leftovers.
Smoke your
Smoke your
leftovers. This is a
leftovers.
leftover
That's what this
smokable
is.
salad
Mm-hmm.
for you vegetarians out there.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, gluten free.
Gluten free, sugar free,
Yep.
calorie free.
Yeah, which is very
Oh,
good for
yeah.
somebody like myself.
I know. My God. And
Whom
the
the
nicotine
gym
and
is
No
very
calories.
zero
No-
calories,
zero
zero
calories.
sugar,
And
zero carbs.
and great for brain health.
Absolutely, that nicotine
Yep.
will get you
Vitamin A.
sharp as a knife.
All right, so let's switch over to the
We're
pipe.
switching.
Aw.
Let's switch over to the pipe. All right, we're gonna stay on track there.
Stay on
What do you,
target.
there's a tin over there. You
Stay
got
on
the tin?
target.
You got the tin of
Stay on target.
This
GLP
Sixpence.
Just a few seconds.
Pence.
Sixpence, not to be confused with Mike Pence.
Yep, it is not
Absolutely
new.
not.
It's not a new tobacco. It's actually been out for 10 years.
Really?
But it's new to Twins. And so this is another new thing here. And this is, usually with descriptions that are on the tins of pipe tobacco, they'll tell you a little bit about what's in the blend and, some tasting notes and stuff like that. Every once in a while, though, you get thrown a curveball. And Sixpence is a great example of the
Been inhaled.
curveball tin description.
They don't say anything on the tin.
It does. It says, you enter the dark paneled room.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Its walls lined with ancient books. An antique table stands beside a leather club chair. Upon it, next to a silver coin, an open tobacco tin entices you with an aroma, deep, rich, authentic. You fill your bowl, strike a match. The first puff stops time as the smoky magic weaves its spell. GLP's Sixpence. The mystery
Jesus.
continues. And there we have a description that really tells you absolutely nothing about what the tobacco is or what you're going to taste. And so what's in this is actually red Virginia, a very healthy percentage of genuine St. James Perique, and a little dark fired Kentucky, and a secret spirit that they are wanting to remain mum on, undisclosed. But, one of the things we know, since Cornell and Deal makes this for Greg Pease, Greg Pease and Cornell and Deal are on the same page. When they talk about using a alcoholic spirit,
Yeah.
they use that alcoholic spirit. They don't use something that's got rum flavor or is Scotch-like or some, syrup that tastes like some kind of alcoholic beverage. They actually go to the liquor store, get the bottle, and use it. So
Ba-dunk-a-dunk.
while we can't tell you what it is, it's not really in large quantity. And frankly, I can't even taste it. There's some people who light this up and they're like, what is that alcohol-y kind of... I don't get that at all. Now, kind of like we're saying, with Dave and the gin and
I
the
don't know.
pairing
I'm
and
getting
stuff.
a little ginny from this, man.
Getting a little
You
Jenny.
know, I don't.
Little Jenny.
It's
Little
not gin.
gin.
It's not gin.
How do you
There's
know if you
there's-
don't know what it is?
I do know
got
what
a
it
point.
is.
What is it?
I do know what it is. I'm
It's okay.
just
You
not
don't
going
have to tell
say.
us. But I mean, holy moly, is that some sweetness? And you get, is it me? You get a little smoky, a little earthy from that Perique there. Oh my.
Plummy,
Oh yeah, big time.
big time plummy. The Perique is much more plummy than spicy in this blend.
My God. Now I can definitely yes to the gin drink with this. I mean, obviously Levi said he didn't do the cigar, and he did the pipe tobacco.
And he did. I watched him do it.
And I mean, wow. Like, all right, that's a dead on pairing right there. I mean, holy mother of Jesus. That's good.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I need to smoke the glass. I mean, I probably will, but man, that sweet note, there's plum in there, a little spice.
Yeah.
I mean, if I just picked it up and I didn't see, like, if you grabbed my pipe, filled my bowl, and said, Nick, smoke this, I'd be like, dang, this is like an aromatic. What's going on here? I mean, it's that sweet, but succulent at the same time. I mean, you get those
But
flavors.
it's not an aromatic
No.
kind of sweet.
It's not.
But it's like a plummy kind of sweet, a raisiny kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe date. Maybe a little date in there.
Yeah.
It's got like that spice you get from a raisin. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. A little rum raisin. Maybe it's rum. No, you would have. I think it can't be rum. I think rum, you can. Like, what was it was Redburn that I smoke once in a while.
Redburn has rum in it.
Redburn, you can taste the dark spiced rum in there. If there was rum, you would be able to taste it. The rum is very, very
Yeah.
a very specific taste when you put it in
Is it
there.
me or is the drink and the pipe tobacco very, very, very similar?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's very good. I mean, God. I don't even know what else to say.
There is a sweetness in the cocktail, but it's not the same kind of sweetness that's in the tobacco.
Yeah.
And so I think they kind of play with each other really well. You know, it's more of a, I don't know, what did he say? Was
You had some maraschino liqueur in there.
yeah, it's like the cherry maraschino playing off the plum.
Yeah.
That's really tasty.
It's extremely tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, yeah, baby. I mean, yeah. I mean, oh, God, yeah.
Well, are we on the how high up on the scale are we there?
A little
They-
bit. I know
yeah.
this has been out for how long now? 10 years?
Yeah, just about 10 years.
Just about 10 years, but it's new to the shop. I mean,
I
whoever.
mean, GLP's has like 40 different blends out. You know, the shop is just not able to
Yeah. I
carry
mean,
everything.
oh, my God.
About the closest we get with carrying everybody somebody makes is Rocky Patel.
Yeah.
And we only have about half.
Right?
You know? So this is just one of those things where it was like, you know, let's try it, bring it in, and I don't know, I really like this.
I mean, this is going to be a big hit, especially with our Virginia guys that come in and look for really nice Virginias. I mean, this is going to be a big hit. If anybody out there that watches us comes by the shop, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, we post it, come in and get it because, I mean, it is a banger. I'm not trying to fluff this up or anything, and I know we love GLP and CD and all that and everything. Jeremy, he's the man. But Jesus, and I know we say that a lot about tobaccos.
Jesus.
I know we say that a lot about
GLP's Jeremy Reeves, but Jesus.
Jesus.
Let me tell you something. Jesus.
Jeremy took his hands off the wheel and said, Jesus, take the wheel, baby. And he did on this one, I'll tell you that right now. And he went right into heaven, baby. Not in that way, of course, but
Now you're a big Virginia guy. There's a lot of red Virginia in this. What do you pick it up? Is the Perique take it over? What do you think of it?
Oh, it's really weird.
kind of weird.
Yeah, it's like a mild Virginia with a little bit of, I don't know. You know, it's like
I wouldn't call this mild.
Medium.
no, it's not.
Medium plus?
It's still definitely like a medium, but it's like, I don't know, that underbelly like kind of earthiness you usually get with the Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there.
No.
That's because I think there's a lot of Perique here.
Well, I read a review earlier today. I wanted to kind of do a little research because obviously I picked up the tin
Yeah.
and it didn't say anything about Red Virginias or
About
Periques.
what's in it or anything.
And I was looking and I'm like, what? Why does this not say anything? And I got agitated and I looked it up online. And yeah, it was saying that there was, you know, the Red Virginias, and then it said it had a nice healthy dose of Perique. And I was like, oh, all right. So this is going to be real interesting. And then right at the end, or towards the end of the description, it said about the special spirit. And it didn't disclose what the spirit was. Obviously, it's an alcohol spirit. And I was intrigued at that point. But I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting, you know, your normal Red Virginia Periques.
Right.
But this, I mean, is beyond my expectations.
You really like it that much?
Yeah, dude, I do.
That's awesome.
This is
I'm glad you like it.
quite intriguing.
Dave is still deciding whether or not he likes it at all.
I like it. It's just different.
He's like, I don't know,
I
is it
like
the gin or is it the
I
smoke?
just don't understand it.
Is it the
Well,
gin?
no,
or-
it doesn't taste like a vapor at all. to me.
No, and
I agree.
I agree with that,
Yeah.
and I do think that's one of the things that spirit, whatever it is.
Like if you didn't say
Does.
anything about this and we just smoked it, I would lean towards more of like an aromatic that's more full bodied, and a vapor would never come into my mind.
But I would never
I
describe
might even say something like a flavored burley, you know. But
I wouldn't go as far as a flavored burley. But I definitely agree with you. If Danny, like I said, if Danny packed my pipe and said, "Hey, just shut up and smoke it," and I'd be halfway through the bowl and I'd be like, "Wow, this has got to be aromatic or something. It's got some
very
serious."
creamy.
It's
what
very
makes you
creamy.
think it's an aromatic?
Well, I'm just
Because
there's probably the
and
sweetness in it.
It's interesting that you both are describing it that way, because when I smell the tin,
No, the
an
smell
aromatic,
is like this smells like
it smells like a rich. I smell the perique, really.
Yes, yes.
Right. So I don't open it up and go, oh, I can tell they've topped this with something.
You can't.
I can smell it, and there is something there that's it's deep, it's sweet, and that because it's a flake, you have to add something to the tobacco, some kind of moisture to make it, press into the block, which they then cut into the flakes.
oh, what's the name of it?
But I can't place it. I can't. It's not obvious to me.
The Cornell and Deal line with all the freaking tentacles on it and stuff like that. What's that line
The
called?
old ones.
Old ones.
Yeah.
The black and white tin. Can't remember the name.
Mad Fiddler flake.
Yeah, it smells exactly like Mad Fiddler, but I feel like as if you took Mad Fiddler and aged it for like 30 years,
Whoa.
this is it. It doesn't have the oomph, but it's got like that same
Essence.
creaminess essence of it.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I doubt it. But
What do you think? Do you feel that? You know what I'm saying? Like, smell that. Tell me it doesn't smell like freaking
I
Mad Fiddler.
haven't smelled,
Fiddler's fake.
Fat Fiddler's Mad Fiddler in so long. I don't think I could say. But what I can remember of Mad Fiddler, there is a kind of a base, similar dark creaminess that is similar to what is in Mad Fiddler, to my memory.
I feel like this is just very smooth, very well blended, and I think that's part to do with the alcohol they used. It just blended everything together. Like, I can't pick out different things. It's just like the solid, creamy plumminess,
Yeah, it's not overly complex, but it's very rich. It's very dark. It's very sweet. It's very creamy, and I would say plummy.
Yes.
well, let's see what the
You could-
smoke in it is.
Yeah, let's see what you think once you smoke the glass there.
Oh,
His
okay.
eyes are popping.
Okay.
They're starting to twinkle. His beard's starting to curl.
Ooh, that is. You get more lemon out of the drink. You get way more lemon.
More lemon.
More lemon.
You get pre-lemon instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
post-lemon.
It's probably biting on the lemon right there, but I mean that lemon pops, tangy pops. It is
And the cherries, the lemons,
everything
and
just pops.
even the gin really would complement the Virginias that
Big
are in
time,
there.
big time. Oh my God.
Bring out some of those flavors.
Oh yeah, you'll like it, dear. You'll like it, baby. Drink that drink, baby. Drink it. Smoke that glass, boy. Smoke that glass.
Let's see what David does. We'll provide English dubs if he starts.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Don't spill it.
They'll
Okay.
finish it after
All
this.
right. Go drink. He's drinking. He's putting it down.
Translation: Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. He loves it. What do you think? What do you think?
Oh, it's like the sweet fruitiness of the drink is just boom.
Right? It pops. Everything pops. You can get it so much better when you
And then
smoke
the
it.
pipe is just like
It's yeah,
Really sweet plummy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good pairing with
Extra cream.
It's a very good pairing with the pipe.
Oh yeah.
Gonna have to agree. He did
Now,
a-
see, if
he
I was
did a
smoking
great
this pipe
job.
tobacco, I would order that drink.
I agree. 100%.
So you know what you just said.
Yes,
He
and I
loves
hate you
gin.
for it.
He loves gin.
He would order a gin drink.
He's gonna be Snoop Dogg and get a gin and juice.
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken.
Yeah, that's a vodka martini.
That it is. That it is. Is it a vodka martini? Yeah, that's true.
It
Yeah.
is. Yep, vodka martini. Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. I mean, does it even matter? Does it matter when you shake a gin and not stir it?
Absolutely, you don't want to bruise it.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's true.
Is that the thing?
That's true.
You don't bruise it?
I don't understand what bruising.
I don't know.
How do you
that's
bruise
the
liquid?
words?
I don't
Their
know, but
verbiage,
that's-
not mine.
That is what they say.
Yeah.
That is
mean-
what they say.
I've watched the old ones I haven't watched.
You haven't
mean-
watched the old James Bonds.
Not with Sean Connery.
You haven't watched
I think
Sean
a few of them.
Connery.
A few of them
Inconceivable.
I've watched. That's a good one. I've watched the ones with Pierce Brosnan. I mean, all of
Wow.
those. I mean, the ones. So probably the reason that I
Is
watched the
you're a
ones with
baby?
Pierce Brosnan. Well, that too. But I grew up with a little game called GoldenEye, which was basically based on
Yep. GoldenEye.
most of the movies
Nintendo
from
64?
with Pierce Brosnan, and
Or Xbox or PS2, whatever.
yeah. So those are the ones that I watched, and then obviously all the ones with Daniel Craig in it. And when I watched them, they almost never drank, a martini. They always majority of when the movies in Daniel Craig, majority of them was like scotch. He had a ton of scotch and a ton of bourbon. I think in one scene he had a martini and he didn't finish it. He ordered it, had one sip, and didn't finish it. And then all the other scenes were scotch.
Well, in the very first Daniel Craig movie, he had like 7.
Did he?
Yeah, he was pretty plastered. So,
Daniel Craig fucked up the whole martini thing. Scotch, but then he also created his own drink, the Vesper.
the Vesper.
The Vesper. Yep. Yeah, he did.
So we have agreed that the pairing with the pipe is amazing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I particularly hate you now for making me like gin.
Oh, yes.
I just don't get too bad that day.
I mean, huh?
Can we get subtitles for that?
I mean, if you can get some of that, the real stuff, you got to get the real stuff. If we're going to see the Green Fairy, we got to see the real stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, abstinence. Was it abstinence?
Abstinence.
Abstinence.
It was abstinence.
Abstinence.
You ain't
whatever.
never had abstinence.
I don't
That's
think he
another-
knows what abstinence means.
I don't know the word. Oh boy, that's another show for another day.
Yeah, not on this show.
That's the not just blowing smoke after hours.
Yeah.
You know. There you go.
Not just blowing smoke, the Wonder Years.
No wonder. No wonder years.
And what else is going on with you guys?
Nothing, man.
Nothing?
I'm trying to get around this whole crazy weather we've been having. I mean,
Crazy weather.
yeah, crazy
Crazy?
weather.
Crazy? It's freaking January. It's
I
been
mean-
cold. It's January.
And
There's
all
nothing
this week's going to be
crazy
in the
about it.
40s. All this week's going to be in the 40s.
So we get a
And
little.
my yard is going to look like friggin' Niagara Falls.
Do you not know what the freaking when the polar vortex collapses?
The
It comes down. It comes. The polar vortex.
down
and it's
from
like
Toledo,
it's like
and we get
no. It
green.
comes down from
Oh
the
my
North Pole.
God, it's
That's why it's the
coming.
polar vortex, and it comes. All right. Have you ever seen? All right, this ain't Rudolph.
Jesus.
Have you ever seen pictures of Jupiter and it's got like that weird hexagon at the top and everybody's
No.
like weird
No.
because it's like a hexagon and stuff?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No.
No.
Well, anyway,
No.
the same thing exists on
Our
Earth,
phones
but
don't
it's so
take
big
pictures of the
that
planets
it doesn't
like
look
that.
like it doesn't look like a hexagon. And what happens is sometimes
The Earth is so big it
it
doesn't look like
collapses.
a hexagon.
It collapses and it becomes, instead of like a hexagon, the sides are more like a wave like that, and it goes around the planet like that. So you get this, and it twists. So what happens is generally, like right now, it's twisting. So we get the cold weather, and then the warm weather that was pulling up from the other side is now coming up, and it's going to dip, and it's going to go back. So February, we're going to be screwed.
Awesome.
Do you get the feeling Dave's been under the hair curler for maybe a little too long?
Just a little bit.
That's all I heard was
I mean, his hair's not that
the
curly.
hair
either.
curler of the North Pole came down and started to twist. And that's what happens. And now in next month, we're fucked.
I mean,
Well,
we're screwed no
the
matter
other
what.
thing,
I
we
mean,
you gotta hold your breath because 2024. This is also the 11th year of the when the sun flips its poles.
Yeah.
Flips
And
its polar poles.
now, if the sun, that's when it's most active. So that's when it ejects like huge amounts of matter and stuff like that, solar winds. The last time the solar wind from that polar cycle hit us, it was the late 1800s. And during that time, all of the what do they call it back then? All the
Water?
the lines that they used for like
Mules.
Morse code and like when you would send a message. What's that called?
Morse code?
Like not more. Well, yeah, they would do
Telegraph.
the telegraph machines. Thank you. The telegraph machines would work without even being plugged in
That sounds pretty cool to me.
because there was so much electricity in the air that
Now,
it
you
would
said
just
this
it-
happens
so-
every 11 years.
Right.
Now you're talking the last time this happened was in the
No, the last
1800s.
time a solar flare during that hit us.
Oh.
So if this solar flare of like the same magnitude that happened back in like it was like 1890s or late 1880s or late 1890s hit us, if it hit it now, everything would be freaking ruined. Planes would fall out of the sky. All the power lines would blow up and fizzle and fry.
So when is that? When is
Now,
that?
it's this whole year.
Oh, it's 2024.
Yes.
So do you know exactly what day it's going to happen?
It whenever the sun decides to burp. That's it. We don't
Well,
know.
it probably
we
already
have-
burped. It
we have-
takes a while to get here. It's
It's 8
97
minutes.
million miles away.
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah, speed of light, dude. So 8 minutes. We'll have an 8-minute warning. So there you go.
Just put down the hair
So
curler.
11 years ago, it missed us.
Yes.
It missed us by like I think it's either 7 or 9 days.
Yes.
It missed us, so that means it shot, but our orbit missed it by like 7 or 9
Do you
days.
think it's probably going to miss us again?
I freaking hope so, dude. Unless you like old school, like
Old school what?
pedal bikes, because that's all that's going to work.
I mean,
Everything
fine with
everything and anything electrical is going to be gone because our grid is not prepared for it. It's not shielded. It's just going to blow up and fry. Everything's going to be gone. So like it's the fact that we know this and haven't done anything is just absolutely appalling.
How do you know we haven't done anything?
yeah.
Because I watch a lot of physics videos and we're pretty screwed.
Awesome.
It's like a giant EMP pulse. Put it that way.
Oh, God. I mean, that sounds like an awesome thing to happen.
See, that's why it's so great to live in
Now-
my house.
The coolest thing
Which predates
is
all
going to
that
happen.
stuff he was talking about by 100 years.
The coolest thing is
You're
going to
200
happen.
years old.
The next coolest thing is going to happen in 2029 when an asteroid is going to come so close,
Yeah.
not going to hit us, but it's going to come
Aw.
so close that it's actually going to go between
The
the
moon?
satellites. Oh, yeah, definitely between the moon.
Yeah.
Between the satellites and Earth's atmosphere.
Oh.
So it's going to be a really beautiful visual. It's going to be bright daylight and you're going to be able to see this thing.
Oh, I
Do you
can't
know what
wait.
the name of the asteroid is?
Ahsoka.
Biden?
Fozzie Bear.
Apothis.
Apothis.
I have no idea what that means.
Why is that? No, why should that be important to me? Apothis.
Apothis. It's like, the Egyptian god of death
I thought that was Lilith.
or something.
I thought that
I'm
was
pretty sure.
Lilith.
Let me Google fact check myself here.
Please. I thought it was Lilith was the...
Like apothecary.
No, not.
Like I want to marry. Like.
But the cool part is like, if there's a chance that it goes through this little space they're calling the keyhole,
Gotta do the keyhole.
which is basically like, if it goes through that, the trajectory goes through that, 7 years later, it will impact Earth. Pretty cool.
Now I gotta look that up.
all right, let's do a little fact checking here.
The Egyptian god of death was Anubis.
Oh, maybe I knew. Okay, so who's Apothis?
I don't know. Oh, Osiris was... I'm sorry. Osiris was the Egyptian god of the dead and the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Sure, you're not
No.
mistaking it with like a Wendy's,
No, it's called
Dave's
Apothis.
double.
No, well, I mean... it was Anubis. Anubis was the god of death. It's the one that has the jackal's head.
Mm-hmm.
See, Danny, see?
That is
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
The full name is Apothis 99942. After Apothis was discovered in 2004, the asteroid was given 2.7% chance of hitting Earth in 2029.
What'd you say? What was the percentage?
2.7% chance.
Okay, that's a pretty low chance.
Yeah, well, now we know it's not. And a small chance of hitting Earth in 2036.
Oh, I hope.
So
I'm
it
alive
went
for
from a
that.
2.7% chance to a small chance,
Oh, okay. Well,
which is a lot more.
I
so-
shouldn't take all my money out of my bank then.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Don't cash
Don't
it all.
bother. Don't bother.
you remember
fixing my
hearing about-
roof yet?
Did you remember hearing about the DART mission?
The dark mission.
DART.
The DART?
Like DART, like throw a dart.
Oh, a dart mission.
No, I haven't heard about the DART mission. Is
Well,
that a Netflix thing?
No, that was we lost.
Is that another conspiracy theory?
No, we sent out a satellite and smashed it into an asteroid to
Yes.
see if we could change the trajectory.
Yeah, and we didn't.
The
And
trajectory.
we did.
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Okay. Was
Yeah.
it? Was the
So people-
documentary
So
called?
that was the proof of concept to make sure that Apothis didn't.
was the documentary you watched named Armageddon?
No.
With Bruce
No,
Willis.
It's just
Bruce
NASA,
Willis?
man.
Bruce Willis.
You just gotta watch NASA. It's awesome. They're launching stuff like almost every other day. It's freaking great.
Are they really? Is
Yeah.
there anything going
Him
to the
and
moon?
NASA and Musk, yeah. Well,
going to the
Japan
moon?
just landed.
Yeah, they're
Japan-
going to the moon.
I think
Japan
you'd
landed
be much
a
happier
robot
if
on
you
the
just
moon.
watch Zorro on Amazon.
Probably, yeah.
I will be just as happy, but
Mm.
science just I don't know. I love it. But yeah, so 2036,
Mm-hmm.
grab your kahunas because we might go back to the
Stone
dinosaur age. Yeah.
I hope so. That'd be pretty
my.
cool to see dinosaurs.
And that's if we survive the sun's solar flares this year.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna.
Well,
So
on
wouldn't
that
that stink?
On that note,
pretty sure
what's the final
I mean, come on.
verdict here on Sixpence?
Thing's amazing.
I really love this tobacco. The more I smoke it, the more it grows on me.
Yeah, for sure. This thing's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool with me, man. I love it.
Yeah, as far as vapors go, it's really weird.
But tobacco, just as
really-
a tobacco, it's very enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste like your traditional vapor,
No,
but that can be a good. Maybe it's a good change if you really like a nice, deep, rich, sweet tobacco and you like vapors, you'll like this.
I feel like this would be a good nightcap.
Easy.
what I mean?
Easy with the nightcap. Nightcap is nightcap. It's not gonna change. Can't replace nightcap.
I'm not replacing,
Just saying.
rotating,
Can't do it.
rotating.
Can't do it. Nightcap is nightcap, baby. You can't change nightcap.
When's the last time you smoked nightcap?
2 days ago.
Ooh, wow!
All
How
right.
about that?
If that's true, I'm actually impressed.
All right,
Absolutely.
so we have to do an episode.
Of nightcap?
No, an episode
Of Levi.
We
Yeah.
have to do
We
an
have
episode.
to leave it to Levi.
Oh,
Leave it to
yeah?
Levi. We have to do. We have
Just
to,
Levi. We'll not be there. It's just gonna be Levi.
Telling you, we
I'm
have to
taking
do
it.
an episode where we smoke Mad Fiddler and then this.
That'd be interesting. I guess we could do that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's our show for tonight. I
Yeah,
hope
brother.
you enjoyed it. I think we enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, second
Half of
half.
it.
Enjoyed what we
Second
smoked.
half. I mean, Dave in the second half was more enjoyable than the first half.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
I loved it.
Yes.
Just saying.
Just remember, everybody, this is the episode Dave decided or realized he liked gin.
Yes, only
gin.
with that tobacco.
And we're moving on from there, onward and upward.
Yep.
Thanks for being with us. And
Make-
that's not just
Make sure you
smoke.
prepare for the solar.
Yes.
The solar
The
flare.
solar flares.
Sometime this year. Dave
Oh,
does
my
not
goodness.
have a definite date, so make sure you wear your tinfoil hats
Don't.
because.
You'll
And-
fry your
and
brain.
crotch.
All right, don't do that.
Go underground.
Make sure you're
build a,
preppers.
Build a
and
barrier.
You will, make sure you build a shelter and everything. But
But at least you won't have to plug anything in.
stay smoky, my friends. We love you.